Hi everyone, it is Chloe here from Scratch Magazine. I hope you're all doing well on this Monday morning. I'm very excited to be with you today because I'll be joined by a master educator from Gelish, Catherine, who will be talking us through some nail art demos for the Change of Pace collection. Now, the Change of Pace collection is a stunning collection that is ready for the autumn season. And I know that sounds crazy as we are obviously in the middle of summer. But yeah, really excited to find out a bit more about the collection, but also how to create some fancy nail art designs with it. So, Catherine, if you are there, if you could please request to join, that would be great. And then we can get started. Just going to invite you on now. As always, this will be saved to back on the grid for you to come and nip at any point. So no worries about that. I've just invited you on, Catherine, and I think she's here now.
Hi Chloe, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Catherine. How are you?
Yes, I'm not too bad, not too bad at all. The weather probably goes with the nail art that we're going to do today, really, doesn't it?
Definitely. I know, we're in August, but you wouldn't know it, would you?
Not at all, not at all. Never mind, never mind.
Exactly. Brilliant. So do you want to start off telling us a bit about the Change of Pace collection?
Yeah, of course I can. So this is our new awesome collection that we're just in the process of launching. And the great news is that we have got an amazing offer for Scratch Magazine subscribers. So using a code, you'll be able to get 20% off the collection, whether that be Gelish, Morgan Taylor, or the Gelish dip. So it is an autumnal collection, so it's got some great colours in there, as you're going to see. I've got some colour pops here for you. It comes in the Gelish, as I've said. It also comes in a normal lacquer polish, and it also comes in Gelish dip. I'm a big fan of all three products, so the colours are really, really lovely. And what I like about this collection is that actually just using this collection, you can just tweak things and you can make some really great, simple, effective designs, not having to, mix other kind of colours, which is great. It gives you the whole breadth from your light colours right the way through to some really dark autumnal colours.
Definitely. And going back to the code is Scratch20
Yeah.
for the 20% off, and it is valid for 7 days from now.
That's
so
correct. Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So where can people use that code?
You can do it on gelishmorgantaylor.co.uk, which is our website. You go on there, register if you haven't already done so, and then obviously put the collection. It works on individual items. It also works on the displays, and that's valid for the next 7 days. So get on there and get ordering. You won't be disappointed, I promise.
Definitely. I think without further ado, let's see the collection and see the designs
Okay.
for us today.
So,
I'll turn my camera off just so it's all...
Yeah. That's fine, and I'm just going to mess about with my camera, so just give me a few minutes and I will get us in the right place, hopefully. Is this going to work? No. Oh, technology is not going to play ball with me now. There we go. I'm officially a technical guru. No, for about a second I was a technical guru, and then I think I pressed another button.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, have you got me? No. There we go. Right. Okay. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more. No, it's gone again. Why has it gone again?
Yeah, we can't see it just yet.
No, it's the technology that is supposed to work.
There we go. It's on the nails now.
You can see it now, can you?
We can see the swatches.
You can. Okay. Okay, perfect. Right, sorry, there's a bit of a delay on my computer, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to lift that up slightly. Right, so these are the, I've got a bit of a delay, so tell me if you can't see what I'm doing here.
Okay.
So these are the different colours that I have got.
Move it up a bit, please. There we go.
Yeah.
And maybe I think to your left a bit. There we go.
No,
perfect.
Is that, you can see that? Okay.
Up a little bit. Oh,
This isn't working very well, is it? Oh, there you go. Can you see them now?
No, it's slightly off of the camera, so it might left a bit. There. Oh, left a tiny bit. Oh, maybe the right then, if from your way.
No, this isn't. Oh, this is a disaster.
Oh, perfect.
There you
go. Perfect.
Okay, you're just going to have to guide me, Chloe. Okay. I think there's a delay on my computer, so I'm moving it, but not seeing the movement. Oh. So if I'm not in camera, Chloe, you're going to have to help me out.
Okay, of course.
Right, so these are the colours, and what I've done here is I have shown you them in all the different systems. So here we've got Do Me a Favour, which is this lovely colour here, and the camera really doesn't pick up that it's got a really nice crystalline in it. So at times it almost looks cream, other times it can look almost greeny, and other times you get this really lovely gold effect. I hope you can see that.
Oh, yeah, we can just, if we move it to the right a little bit more. There we go.
You can see it now. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see that okay? Yeah, massive delay on my computer. Sorry about that.
Okay.
This could be fun today. The next colour we've got here is Stay Off the Trail. I hope you can see that one.
Yeah,
this is a really nice mauve nude colour. Really, really beautiful. Quite muted. Then we've got what we think is one of our probably going to be one of our most popular colours. This is a really nice autumnal green colour. Lost My Terrain of Thought, this one's called. And what I like in showing you these colour pops in this way is that you can actually see through each system there, the colour really doesn't vary that much. They really have got it spot on. So the colour you're going to be wearing is the same, which is great, particularly through Morgan Taylor and Gelish. A lot of people still like polish on their toes, which is great, but also people can purchase the colour. So if they have any problems, then they can paint over. So it's a great benefit there. The next colour we've got here is, which I love this name, Sappy But Sweet. This is an amazing colour. At the moment, this has without shadow of a doubt been my most popular with clients. They have really, really loved it. They're getting a bit of colour. This has also got a little bit of crystalline in it, so it's got a nice, really nice shimmer to it. So it's very autumnal, but also a bit bright. So if you're feeling a bit fed up with the weather, a great colour choice. The next one we've got here is Golden Hour Glow. Again, this is probably one of my most favourite colours. Really, really nice. Got a good little shimmer to it again. And I think that one's going to be great, not just for the autumn, but I have a feeling that one will also be great at Christmas. And then the final one I've got here, hopefully you can see this one.
Just about to the right a little bit, please.
To the right, there you go. All Good in the Woods, another great name. This one, it looks black on the screen, but actually it's like a really dark brown, and it's almost got a little bit of a grey hue to it. But really, really lovely, and lots of people are going to love this colour, particularly in the autumn. So those are all the colours in the Change of Pace collection there for you all to see. What I've also done, Chloe, you can tell me if you can see these now.
Move down a little bit, please.
Down.
And then to
there you go.
A little bit.
My camera's catching up a little bit now. It's obviously woken up.
Or maybe to the left a little bit.
To the left.
Or
there you go.
To the right. Sorry, the right. Yeah. Then it must be the other way around.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Got it?
Yeah.
So these are some really simple but effective designs that I've been having a little play with the collection. So these ones that I've done here, these are all with ombres, and I've done these ombres either with the traditional ombre of using the gel polish, but I've also done it using the Gelish dip with our Gelish ombre dip. So I'm going to show you how to do that as well. I've then done these ones here. The reason I chose these ones is I've kept them really simple and effective, but I have used one of our chrome sticks because chrome is really quite a big thing for the autumn. So these are some great ones to get a bit of sparkle and a bit of chrome, but also giving you kind of an autumnal effect. And these are the main ones that I'm going to show you today. And then I also had a little play and did some of these ones here. So just showing you, and this is using nothing else. I've used some white from our art forms, but aside from that, this is just using and mixing the change of pace collection. Wow. So you can get lots of different variants with them.
Yeah, you can really sort of go very contrasting looks.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think the fact that some of the colours are cream and some of the colours are crystalline really helps with that. Okay, so I'm going to start by showing you the ombres, if that's okay. Yeah. So this one is one I've already done, but I'm going to show you how I did this one. Hopefully you can see that.
Move it down a little bit, and
there,
then
you got it?
To the right a little bit, please. And perfect.
Got it?
Perfect. Yeah.
Got it? Yeah. So this one I've done in the traditional way, but I have done something slightly different with this one, because actually for me to ombre these two colours on their own, it was proving to be not a challenge, but they weren't, because there's such a difference between them. So what I actually did was do a little mix so that I could get that ombre to work really well. So this one's already done, and I've already base coated this one, but I'm going to show you how I did this one. Okay, so I have got a colour pop here all ready to go. I'm just going to give it a second just so I can see exactly where I am on the camera. Okay, there we go. And the colours I'm going to use, the colours I'm going to use are Stay Off the Trail, the Gelish colour, which is number 495. Hopefully I'm in camera there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other colour I'm going to use is the Sappy But Sweet, my favourite name without a shadow of a doubt. And this is number 497. So those are two main colours that I'm going to use to do this ombre. The trick with ombre is to keep it really thin. What I'm also going to use is our Gelish Dip Clear Powder, because I find this works really well to help me when doing an ombre with Gelish. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of Sappy But Sweet, and I am just going to place a little bit of that onto my palette. So what I'm in effect going to do is I'm going to mix these two colours together so that I get like a halfway house between the two blends, if that makes sense, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use my dotting tool, and I'm just going to mix them. And you can see how it just mutes down that colour a little bit, but it still keeps that beautiful kind of raspberry colour to it. Okay, just going to clean my tool. I'm also going to use my Gelish ombre brush. So hopefully when my camera picks up, you'll be able to see that. Got it?
Yeah.
I'm getting in the swing now, Chloe. I'm in the swing now. I'm going to use my little ombre brush to help me with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stay Off the Trail, really, really thin application that I'm going to do here. And I'm going to start at the top. I've got barely any product on my brush. Before I do that, I'm going to put my old fogey glasses on. And I am literally just going to very gently apply a small amount just at the top. You don't want too much because that's not going to help the process. And I'm just bringing it down. Hopefully I'm on camera and you can all see that.
Yeah, perfect.
Brilliant. So I've done that one. I'm now going to take a gel brush that I have here. So I'm going to use one of our 7 square gel brushes. And I'm going to use this brush to then apply the next colour, which I have pre-mixed here. Again, this is great because using it on a gel brush means that you can really make that layer nice and thin. So if you do find that you're struggling with it, then maybe just decant a little bit of your polishes and try using a gel brush to do it. You might just find that it helps you. Just coming down. And then I'm going to go in with my final colour, which is my Sappy But Sweet. Again, nice and thin. This is quite a highly pigmented colour, so it can be quite a challenge to get it thin. So really wipe that brush. Take all that product off. And I'm going all the way down. So I'm going to take my ombre brush, but also I have got just some artificial nail remover in a dappen dish here, and I've also got a lint-free wipe, just so that I can make sure that I'm cleaning my brush. Okay, so the first place I'm going to start is just between the first 2 mixes of my colour. Am I all right there, Chloe, on camera?
Yeah, perfect.
And then I'm just starting above that line, and in little circular motions, I'm just gradually starting to blend those 2 colours. I always find when I do this that the first layer never really looks the way you want it to, but I think that is the way with gel polish in general. And just gradually working down, and then I come into the next layer, and I'm just very gently going to start to blend those 2 together. And you can just see how, because of the difference in colour between the 2 colours, trying to blend them together is quite difficult. I'm now going to turn it round, and I'm just going to come back the other way. Sorry, Chloe, were you going to ask me something there?
Oh no, I was just going to say they're such beautiful colours as well.
They're amazing. And I think as well, because one of them's a cream colour and one of them's got that shimmer to it, it just really gives any ombre you do just a little bit of difference, just a little bit more to it.
It's also sort of meeting the Barbie core trend at the moment with all the pinks.
Yeah, it is actually. Hadn't thought about that. Yes, Barbie's gone a bit wild at the moment, hasn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone is loving a bit of Barbie core.
Yeah, well, you can't beat a bit of pink, can you?
No.
Okay. And then once I'm happy, what I'm actually going to do before I cure this is I am just going to coat it in dip powder. And the reason that I'm going to do that is then when I come to do my next layer of ombre, the gel polish just sticks a little bit better and it doesn't move around as much. And that really helps me. So I'm just going to take my clear powder, and all I'm going to do, hopefully I'm in camera, I am just literally going to apply that all the way over the nail. And you can, I'm just going to put a little bit more down the bottom, just make sure it's soaking up all that gel. And then you can see how that gives a bit of texture to that nail. Yeah,
oh, absolutely, that's really lovely.
So I'm now going to cure this.
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions for Catherine, please leave them in the comments and I can ask them to her as she's going along.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to cure this in my Gelish 18G lamp for 30 seconds. And then I will do my second coat. While that one's just curing, this might be a good time for me just to show you an alternative way that you can do an ombre. So on this nail here, I have done 2 coats of the Do Me a Favour, another great name, and cured them for 30 seconds. Okay. This time, I'm not going to create my ombre using the gel polish. I'm going to create my ombre using the Gelish dip. So I've also got the Gelish dip, Lost My Terrain of Thought. So that is that like greeny yellow colour. This is number 496 in Gelish dip. And as you can see, really, really beautiful colour there. And this time I'm going to use a second one. So I'm also going to use All Good in the Woods 499, the really, really dark brown, darky grey colour. When you're using dip to do an ombre, normally what we do with dip is we shake it. This time we don't. We actually want to bang it on the table because we want to make sure all that powder is compressed so that we get a really nice ombre. What I'm also going to use is I'm going to use our Gelish Ombre Dip Ombre Coat. This is great. Once you get used to how this works, this is a really nice, effective, simple way of creating an ombre. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my dip ombre and my tip that I've already painted, and I am going to put a very thin coat. Don't make it too thick. If you make it too thick, it won't work. So really thin and also nice and even. Okay, just making sure that I get that all covered and that it's nice and even. Just here. Okay. So you can see how thin I applied that. I'm now going to put that back into my Gelish 18G lamp, and I'm going to cure that for another 30 seconds. And I'm going to start off with my my greeny colour, my Lost My Terrain of Thought. Now, what I've found when I do my ombre dip with this colour is that I've actually found that it doesn't all go the same colour. I get little bits that are yellow and I get other little bits that are more green. So at first it doesn't look like you're getting the great ombre, but I actually think it's quite nice for an autumnal because you get green and yellow leaves all mixed in together. So I thought it was quite a nice effect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my tip and I'm just very, very gently going to dip in and out of the powder. And I'm just gently going deeper and deeper into the powder until I get it to the level that I want it to be. I'm going to go in a little bit further because I also want to use that brown. Okay, so you can see here already how I've just got slight differences in the colour. So I'm just going to take a tiny little brush and I'm just going to blend that up a little bit here. And I'm now going to put this back into the lamp for 30 seconds. I'm going to repeat this step and then I'm going to add the brown to it. So I'm going to use my Gelish Ombre again. This time I'm going to use that lovely All Good in the Woods colour. What did I do with my other one? There it is. Okay, so all I'm going to do here now is I'm just very gently going to dust away any of the excess that I've got. So I'm going to repeat that step, making my layer of dip ombre really nice and thin. If anybody hasn't used a dip product, then I am a huge fan. As anybody who knows me will tell you, please give it a go. I don't believe you will be disappointed. It really is a great product, and it works so well with our other Gelish products. So I'm just making sure that's nice and even. And again, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds.
That's the thing, I think dip powders, they might get forgotten about a bit, don't they? But they work so well.
They really do. And I think the reason they get forgotten about is because people think that dip's going to be a really simple and easy process, and it is. But like anything, it just takes a little bit of mastering. And once you've mastered it, you're off and running. You really, really are. Okay, so I'm now going to go in and I'm just very gently going to dip in again, not as far this time. Okay, just so that I get a little bit of extra dimension. Just blend there. And then I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. Once I've done that, then I can do whatever. I can leave it, or I can do whatever other design I want to do on top of that. So that's doing an ombre using our Gelish Dip ombre coat. So if we go back to the one we were doing here, I'm just going to go ahead and do my second layer. Are we okay on camera there?
Yeah, we're perfect.
Brilliant. Thanks, Chloe. So I'm just doing, and you can see now how I'm having to use a little bit more pressure to apply that colour, because I've now got got more grip and more structure's not the right word, but to that nail plate now. Got my gel brush here, so I'm going to do my second layer. And now you can see how this colour here is coming out a bit deeper as well, which is great.
Mm.
A bit more. And then my third colour. So I'm not necessarily looking here to get an ombre of 3 colours. I mean, you could make that middle colour a lot lighter. I'm just looking to help me to blend those 2 colours in a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get, okay, and then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Just gently blending those layers in. And you can see this time how easily that has blended.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to go back and just want to get a little bit more of a blend up here. And these colours look so nice together. Really, really complement each other.
They really do.
Okay. So I'm now going to cure that one for 30 seconds. Just going to brush off the excess on this one here. And what I'm going to do on both of these actually is I'm going to put a design over the top. And so I am going to use our Gelish matte Top It Off. I always prefer to work on a design on a matte base for a variety of reasons. The products just adhere better, but also if you do anything wrong and you're not happy with anything, you can just wipe it off without impacting your base.
That's really handy.
Our matte top it off is a cleanse top it off. So you just apply it, make sure the light's on, to cure it for 30 seconds. Doing the same with the second one. And then I'm going to cleanse it, and that will really give me that matte effect. That one can go in. But in true Blue Peter style, here's one I prepared earlier.
Love that.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm now actually going to use our art form gel. So these come in a wide variety of colours. They're great, so they're more pigmented, more highly pigmented, so the product is thicker, which is, I find, really beneficial and useful if I want my lines to be nice and thin and things not to bleed. So this is our white colour, and you can see I've got a little edge here, and that is great because I can use it to help me clean my brush. In addition to that, I'm also going to use our brilliant micro striper brush. It's really thin, it's really fine, and is great for creating those really lovely fine lines. So what I'm going to do here is just going with the autumnal feel. I want to do some leaves over this design, but I also want to, after this, add either a little bit of glitter or a little bit of chrome. So the first thing I'm going to do is obviously make sure that my striper brush is coated in the product. And then I'm just going to draw my initial line. So I'm just going to come down, using my brush nice and gently and lightly, really lightly, so that I can make that line nice and thin. Something I didn't mention actually with when using, which I will, because I can see that it's actually impacting me here, and I will show you why in a second, is with the art form colours. I don't know if it comes across on the camera, but sometimes you need to mix them to really get that nice colour. And hopefully, as I mix it here, you will see the difference. So you can see how that white just becomes a lot whiter. And that's just because the solvents have separated, and so there's just like a film at the top. And that's why I wasn't quite getting the line I wanted there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off and I'm going to start again. Okay. That's much, much better. Okay. So using my brush really lightly, and now you can see the difference in that product. It's much thicker, the line is much brighter, and aside from my shaky hand, it's much better. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some little leaves. So I'm just very gently going to draw those in. Not in any particular pattern, you can do it in whatever way that you want. For the sake of today, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. And just making it a bit thinner at the top so you get some nice direction and flow to them. But the beauty of using the art form gel to do anything like this is that your lines stay nice and crisp. The product stays exactly where you want it to go. It doesn't move. It doesn't have the same movement to it than obviously a gel polish does. You can, if you wanted to, if you didn't want your product to be as thick as the art form gel, you can mix the two together. So you can mix the art forms with the gel and you get a kind of a viscosity in between the two. So if you want to do a large area of shading, but you don't want it to move around as much as a gel polish, then you could mix an art form and a gelish together. And you can also use it, so you could use a white art form to just thicken up your gelish and also just highlight and change the colour slightly.
Brilliant. It looks so pretty already.
It's just, for me, it's simple but can look really, really effective. And if you're doing it, on a whole hand, you could do it so that it almost looked like that branch is weaving its way across the finger. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds in my lamp. Whoops, throwing things all over the place here now. Now, we also, the great thing is these also come in glitters and also in chrome effects. So you could use a chrome or you can use a glitter, whichever you prefer. So on these ones here, as you can see on the one here on my left, I've actually put glitter in the centre. And on the one on the right, I've actually used the chrome to do that. I hope that comes through on the camera.
Oh, does that? Looks beautiful.
Yeah, so it just adds. And then on this one here, you don't actually have to do it on all of the leaves. You could just do it on a few of them. Depends on what you're looking for. And what you could also do if you wanted to is you could actually, before curing it, just sprinkle over some of your dip powder so that you get kind of that cushioned effect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the glittery one here. And one of the prime reasons I'm going to use the glittery one is hopefully you can you see how the glitter has separated out from the liquid? Mm-hmm. So by giving it a good stir, you can see how that colour really, really starts to change. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is just then go into my product. And I am just going to put little bits in the centre of the leaves that I want. Making sure we get a nice amount of glitter in there. But again, using this micro striker brush just makes that a really, really easy job to do. Mm-hmm. Again, curing, and then that one's just ready for top coating. So you can either use our Gelish Top It Off or our No Cleanse top coat. You could even, if you wanted to, use our matte. It's entirely up to you, whichever type of look you are looking for. So on, and that basically is how these have been done.
Okay.
So I hope that was all right.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. That's lovely.
So let me put a little bit of top coat in this one for us. And the advantage Yeah, and the top coat now really brings that sappy but sweet colour out.
Mm.
Just amazing.
And as you've used in the other ones, you can use any combination of colours really for the ombre. So it's really, really
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah, you could ombre. I mean, let's say you could ombre with the Gelish colours. The one that I used using the dip, you could do that using your Gelish, which is how I did this ombre here. So you can see I've got, you know, more of a brown hue on this one here.
Yeah.
Entirely up to you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thank you.
No worries. So the next one I wanted to show you is this one here. So on this one here, I have used the beautiful golden colour, Golden Hour Glow. I have already done 2 coats of the colour on this nail. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use our No Cleanse top coat, because before I do the design on this, I want to add our chrome to it. Our Top It Off cures for 30 seconds in the Gelish LED lamp. The No Cleanse Top It Off cures for 60 seconds. So you want to do 2 lots of 30 to cure it. However, when we are using chrome, we actually only initially want to cure for 30 seconds. So I'm going to making sure that your application of your No Cleanse is really even. If it's not even, anything, any little bumps or bulges will show in that nail. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to use our chrome stick, the pink opal. This is without doubt my favourite chrome stick. I use this all the time and it looks amazing pretty much over any colour. Really, really beautiful and so easy to use. The chrome is actually in the top, and then it's now on my little stick here, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to rub that into the nail, and you're just going to get that chrome effect.
Oh, wow,
over
that
it.
really is so simple.
It is. It's amazing. I'm really rubbing hard, really polishing that in. If I was doing this on an actual nail, once I've done this part here, I'm going to put it in and I'm going to cure it for another 30 seconds because the No Cleanse really needs those 2 30-second cures. But if I was doing this on a person, once I'd done that, I would actually gently buff the free edge and then add our foundation gel over the top. The advantage of doing that is it will stop that chrome from just peeling at the free edge and coming off. So the foundation gel acts as a real good buffer there in keeping your chrome effect intact. So just going to sort this out. Okay. So what I'm going to do on this one now is I am just going to put, again, my matte top coat on. And let that cure. And I'm now going to use our gold metallic effects again in our art form.
Absolutely stunning colours, and I think that'll be very popular this autumn.
Oh, very much so. I think so. I mean, I'm already finding with my clients, they are going for them straight away. The beauty with the autumn collection, particularly this one here, is that normally if it's a summer collection, they can all be quite bright colours, which are amazing. But not everybody, you know, loves a really bright colour. The advantage with the autumn collection, I think, is the change of pace, is that I think there's a colour in there for everyone, that everybody would kind of really like and want to use. And the Do Me a Favour, I think, is great as a base for a huge amount of things. And all I'm going to do now, again using my ever faithful, hopefully on camera, is you can do whatever kind of little design you want to do on top of this. And because I'm using the art form gel, I can then cure this and I can leave it raised. So I don't, because it cures with no inhibition layer, I can give a bit more texture to it because I don't have to wipe off or clear off that inhibition layer. So again, it just gives another dimension to your design. There's been lots of debate over whether we like this with the silver or with the gold. Personally, I am a bit of a magpie, so I like both, but I just thought it was quite nice to basically use the same tone. But if you wanted to stand out a bit more and not blend in, then you could use the silver. That works just as well.
No, absolutely. I can imagine it working really well both, actually, because it's sort of that base that works. Exactly. Yeah.
Because you've got the glitter. Again, you could dust, you could use a white and you could dust your dip powder over to give you that kind of cardigan effect. I can't remember what word I want to use for that.
Oh, no, is it? Oh, I don't know what you mean. It's sort of like a plaid kind of look, isn't it?
Yes. But the word's gone from my head. It'll come back as soon as I'm not on camera.
It'll come back to you when you're cooking dinner or something.
Or 3 in the morning. That tends to be what happens. And you can see, you know, again, it's just learning how your tools work. But it doesn't, you know, for a salon, don't know if that's showing up on the camera as well, but on a salon, that's just so quick and effective.
Just a reminder for anyone joining that there is a code for Scratch20 which gets you off 20% off the change of pace collection, and it's valid for 7 days. So do not hesitate. And
no, definitely.
Get your discount.
Yeah, go and get your collection. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. So these are all raised here. You can actually feel the product, but still nice and smooth. And this one here that I've done, that I haven't shown you today, but again, really effective. I've used over the Do Me a Favour, I have used the chrome again, the pink opal chrome stick, and then just using all of the different colours. I've just done simple little lines going down the nail, just to give you that really nice, effective design.
Brilliant.
Try and make sure I'm on camera.
Oh, to the right a little bit, please. That's all right. There we
go.
Way? Perfect.
You got me.
Perfect. Yeah.
Sorry about the delay with the system.
No, not at all. Honestly, not at all. And even those nails look really good together. So for a mismatched manicure, it's really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So thanks so much for showing us your designs today. They're absolutely beautiful.
I hope that was okay for you.
No, it's lovely.
And you know, if anybody needs anything else, if they've got any questions, then they're always welcome to ask me, and I'll be more than willing to help. But yeah, get yourself over to gelishmorgantaylor.co.uk and you know, get yourself some nice bargains with that Scratch20 code.
Absolutely.
And I would encourage all of you to give all of them a go, including the Gelish dip.
Absolutely.
They're all brilliant.
It's you know, it works across a variety of systems. That's perfect for every client, isn't it? Really?
Absolutely.
But thank you so much, and I hope this has been useful to some people who want some nail art inspo, even for other collections as well. So this is perfect for the change of pace.
Yes,
So thank you so much.
absolutely. Thank you. Oh, let's see if I can get myself back on screen.
Oh, there you go.
Am I
Yes,
back?
you're back. Yes, head to Gelish Morgan. Let's make. And I'm back. But yes, head to
Yes,
www.gelishmorgantaylor.co.uk and use the code SCRATCH20 for 20% off the Change of Pace collection, and it's valid for 7 days.
it is. Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you
Thanks
so
very
much,
much for your time today,
No,
Chloe.
thank you for yours as well, and thank you for all your amazing designs. They're absolutely stunning, and hopefully speak to you soon.
Yes, we'll do. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
You too. Bye.